Great morning, everybody.
I miss those lights around town.
A little sample of some music that I've been playing with.
When I had you deep within my side, I didn't have enough to throw in.
Great morning.
It's these writings on the wall that I can follow.
You got these fun socks.
I see the signs of the times, leaving me devoid and hollow.
Welcome to day 20. Happy birthday.
Under the voice sky, I'm laying myself down. Under the voice sky,
I'm going to recommend that everybody share this. Go ahead and share this one. This is a good one. And I'll tell you that if you're watching this, if somebody shared this on your Facebook page, this person is rising up to a better version of themselves, and they want you to come with them. What's up, Evelyn? What's up, Peg? Who else is here? What's up, Andrea? Michelle? Mish? Mary Beth? Jill? I love being here, you know? So much fun, this group. Great morning, everybody. You know, before I start, I just want to just acknowledge how, awesome, this is that we have. You know, I've been watching all of your Riseups. Hey, Camille. What's up, Sandy? I'm just in awe. I don't know, I don't know if we give it enough credit, but this group is unbelievable, and it's just amazing. You know, I spoke the other day about this new place called Amazing and this new language called Amazing. This place is amazing, and I just can't begin to explain how awesome it is to watch all of you guys rise up. I mean, yesterday was Monday, and now Kelly, who remember the first time Kelly did a Rise Up? Now she's doing it awesome on Mondays, you know. Unbelievable. So just take this moment right now, and let's begin this day with a state of gratitude for having this. Unbelievable. And I can tell you, I've been doing this for about 3 years now, and I've been disciplined with it and consistent. I'm in the best shape of my life, physically, mentally, financially is happening alongside it. And what's happened, because I'm doing my journaling every day, I'm at the point now where I don't just do one journal entry. It's crazy. While I was in the gym, I had to stop every 10 minutes and do another one. I mean, I can't wait for my next journal entry or my next Rise Up or the next two, because my brain is just gushing and flowing with information. So awesome. So if you're just coming in here, great morning. Today I'm going to be talking about effectiveness. I'm JC Dornick. This is the March to Amazing, day 20. And the person that has shared this with you or shared this on their Facebook page is very, very special. And they're involved in their lives, and they want you to come along with them because they enjoy that. So welcome. So I'm writing a book, and that's what you guys will figure out is what I've been doing over the past 3 years with these Rise Ups. And a lot of the information that will be in my book I get from you guys. But the book is going to be called Make Sense, and I'm going to start off with a little excerpt from it, and then I'll just get through this. So making sense of something doesn't mean that you learn something new. I talk about that a lot. I strongly contend that you already know everything, especially as an adult. But the certainty and ownership and enlightenment of certain amazing concepts have been locked up and held prisoner by your thoughts and concepts from your story and your past. Think about what that means. You know, when you make sense of something, it just means that you've unlocked a prisoner inside of your brain that you've been holding prisoner because somebody told you not to believe in something, right? So making sense of something like, I can be successful, right? There's an interesting concept to grasp. Or I can be happy, I can be healthy, I can be wealthy. It's simply unlocking this prisoner and setting it free. Taking the safety belt off, as I always say, and if you look up in the description now, I've added something that I'm always going to put in there about why we rise up and what's great about success and happiness and fulfillment. Is it's a very, very hard thing to achieve. So that means there's not a lot of competition. How cool is that? You know? So you guys, this world that you're living in, this 1% world while the herd goes this way, there's not a lot of competition. So feel free to roam about the cabin. So taking the safety belt light off and granting freedom to walk about the cabin. And then you realize, right, in that moment that you're not just walking free about the cabin, but you're 36,000 feet in the air and you're like, whoa! Oh my God, look at me. And all you did was unlock a prisoner in your brain. So all from this unlocking of something that you already knew to be true. You already know these things are true, but you've wrongfully imprisoned them, and maybe you're blaming somebody else for that, and have fun with that. So unlock the not guilty prisoner inside of you. You know what I mean by that? That version of you that isn't guilty, that did nothing wrong, that is good enough. Unlock it and let that prisoner out today. So every complaint we make is an affirmation. I wrote this the other day on my Facebook page. Every complaint that we make is an affirmation of what we don't want, and it makes it closer to being manifested as a fact. Every time you complain about something or buy into that prisoner, that not guilty prisoner, it's an affirmation. So we make affirmations all day, every day, and when we access what is true or not true about life, whatever you think is what is in your thought process. So thoughts become things. Wayne Dyer used to say that. So whether you believe in affirmations or not is really silly, because believing in something is an affirmation or not believing in something, you know? So think about it. It's something worth looking at, right? So FYI, you know, if the yes or no that you just answered in yes, I understand him, or no, that's an affirmation as well. It's a belief that you have in your brain. So really focus on that concept of unlocking that prisoner inside of you, because the prisoner inside of you has affirmations and you're repeating them all day, right? We'll get to that. So that was an affirmation. So leading into the idea and value behind needing to be right. That's an affirmation as well. So I spent most of my life choosing to be right versus kind. It was a high value, and I'm still working on it because it's a concept with complicated and extravagant high security locks. That prisoner, that version of me that wants to be right and wants to be the hero, it's very, very much in a secure kingdom in my head. So choosing to be kind is a choice. And it's one that requires a decision and affirmative acknowledgement with repetition, with reinforcement all the time. Remember, you have to be, if you want to be kind, you have to be kind on purpose with action, right? And that need to be right is, in fact, not a need, but a defense mechanism to protect us from harm. So, whole other story, right? We could write a whole rise up on that, but whole other story. But to close this loop, what did anybody think about this? What did you or anybody ever get or accomplish for being right? We spend so much time, almost obsessively, in these forms of ourselves that are ineffective. Here it comes. So what's the advantage? I know this, you know, whatever you say is, right? Is. So somebody very special sent this to me this morning. I love this quote. Write this down for today. Hey, Tina, you're going to be happy, said life, but first I'm going to make you strong. Write that down. Write that down and share that. Maybe post that on your Facebook wall, you know, with this. You're gonna be happy today, said life, but first I'm going to make you strong. So the accuser will always remind you of the why not. Are you playing the I would if, right? Kelly was talking a lot about if, what if, right? Are you playing this game of I would if, or the as soon as game? You know, here's an interesting thought. You can love yourself today. You can be in the as soon as or I would if mode. We're all in that mode, but you can love yourself while you're in that mode. Think about that. So we have traded, here it is, here it comes. Oh, there's my mom. So my mom sends me these messages. Hey mom, I hope you're not driving already. My mom sends me these messages every morning that are like so cool. Has a big to do and why I'm always in a good mood. She says, like I think she said this morning, I love my son. Man, do I love my son. So give everybody give a heart assault right now on this, whether you're watching a recording or live, for my mom. Give it to her. Dump hearts all over my mom. And she's laughing now. She's actually crying right now. So dump the hearts. Boom, 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 for Jill Dornick. Always love yourself no matter what. That's right, Betty. So we have traded effectiveness for ineffectiveness in life, right? A lot of you are trading effectiveness for business, right? So 80%, here's your obsession. 80% of what we do and think is typically spent on ineffective things that are not moving us forward, right? Everybody's doing the hearts now, good. 80% of what we do and think in life, say, do, and think, is spent on ineffective things. Why? And how do we shift away from this and awaken us from this drift? So if you're recognizing now that 80% of what you do, think, and say is spent on things that are not moving you forward, that means you just caught yourself in a drift. So what are we going to do about that? So we have to shift, right? If you look at somebody that shifts from 80% ineffective thinking and doing to 80% effective, that's what I'm doing, that's what you're doing. A lot of people call that obsession, right? A lot of people say that when somebody's going to get it, that they're being obsessive. But I want you to think about this right now. This is this idea of effectiveness. Most people, especially those in the herd, they are obsessed as well, but they are obsessed with their ineffective behavior. Think about it. What are some ineffective behaviors? Being depressed, being down on yourself, playing the role of a victim, watching TV, eating crap, right? Doing things that don't serve you, eating crap, pushing the snooze button, being sad, right? Those are all ineffective behaviors. And guess what? I'm noticing that people spend 80% of their day with those ineffective behaviors. So they too are obsessive. So I'm challenging you today to, first of all, what was the challenge? I challenge others to acknowledge their obsession with being ineffective today. I want you to acknowledge and embrace the fact that that is true. Embrace the fact that you spend a lot of your time being ineffective, and that's proof positive that you're obsessed with it, right? So I'm just asking you to be obsessed, but shift it and be obsessed with effective behavior. Love and appreciate you. Boom.
So I can save your life tonight, and we can call it even. I keep on marching if I can, keep on crawling if I have to.
Have a good day.
Keep on dancing.
You have permission.
Out of the dark, into the blue. Under the voice sky, I'm laying myself down. Under the voice sky,
I promise I'll post it this time.